Hey guys, this is Alpha here. So, since I've died in this relatively short lifespan in Minecraft Left Behind, which is what I'm obviously calling this hardcore Minecraft series, because, well, we'll get to that, I guess. So, if you've watched those two parts, good for you because now I'm going to be giving you the context of what was actually happening in those two parts, and why I was so very, very scared of the littlest of things because this whole video made me look paranoid as hell. But I had very good reason to be this paranoid because I couldn't, because I knew one thing that was in these mods, and I couldn't talk about it. So this is something I wanted to do with Minecraft for a long time. I wanted to play Minecraft with a bunch of mods, right? But with a deliberate lack of knowledge going into it. So like, I go in with I go into a mod pack and basically I don't use the JEI to look up look up the different crafting recipes, which is one thing I was questioning whether I should be doing with the random Contron, or which I still don't know what it does. I'm not gonna look it up though. But I wanted to create a void of knowledge because I wanted to create that sense of fear, and fear can sometimes can very potently be created through a sheer lack of information of what's going on around you, a lack of context, and well, if the information being thrown to you, like noises in the darkness or anything, was deliberately lying to you at some random points in time, it basically creates a sense of suspense where I don't really know what is going on around me. All right, and that's kind of just what I wanted to do with a survival Minecraft world. I wanted to do something with some survival game where the game where not only can the game try to lie to you, but the game will also withhold information from you. And let me just tell you this right now, you do not want to learn the hard way in this pack. So it's about time I explain what exactly these 60 or so mods in this mod pack are. So this mod pack was kind of created, alright, in inspiration to something I have seen. Alright, so let's get right to that first. Alright, so let's start here. You see this guy? His YouTube alias is AlphaFoxtrot, and he is playing Minecraft But You Feel 10 again. This is a mod pack that he made himself, but he didn't look too much into the mods. He just saw the title and slapped it into the pack, because what he was trying to do was to simulate Minecraft when you were 10 years old. So if you ever thought about your first Minecraft world, like now, you probably look back at it as like, a nostalgic, wholesome sort of experience. But in all actuality, for you when you were 10 years old, all right, and usually, this case could vary, but depending on when you started playing this game. But if you went into this game without any knowledge or context, like not knowing how to build a nether portal, not expecting a zombie to break down a wooden door, that's actually probably the most powerful example because, imagine experiencing that, all right? Imagine experiencing that when you were 10 years old, all right? Come on. You have to give it to you have to give it right here. That would be terrifying, all right? That's a home where you think you're safe, and then the most basic of mobs kicks down your door to get to you. I can't deny it. That shit's scary. All right. But the idea was to create that sense of fear through lack of knowledge. And that's sort of like what I wanted to do with a survival game of some sort. All right. It didn't even have to be Minecraft. I wanted to do this with something. But ever since I found this video, I thought to myself, I gotta do this. And for those who still think I was being paranoid, being so panicky, all right, over the simplest of things for the first 2 days, all right, everything that you saw on this mod pack was on a good day, including this static, screen of the series. If you want, hold on. You want to see what a bad day looks like? This is what a bad day looks like.
And some's going down again, and I still don't have a bit. Sir, you're not gonna want to be out here, man. I don't know what the safest house is. I don't know what to do. You idiots!
Oh no!
I don't know what to do!
This right here is what I was so paranoid of throughout the whole course of those 2 parts. And this is what I was afraid of, because I knew the mods I had the capability of replicating this night. Now, in a show of good faith, you're going to have to watch Minecraft But You Feel 10 again on Alpha Foxtrot's channel to actually see how he manages this clown fiesta of a night. Because, holy hell. Because the thing that's so interesting about this is throughout the whole course of the series, there's been non-stop suspense and mystery because of the lack of information. Now, of course, I'm not the only YouTuber to be inspired by this. There is another YouTuber who made a series inspired off of this called "Safety Is Nowhere," and I'll put his channel right here, and throw him in the description as well. All right. So here's the thing: I don't have this mod pack that Alpha Foxtrot has. Nobody knows what this mod pack is. Nobody knows exactly the exact mods he has thrown into his Minecraft world to do this. We only know what of what we've seen in the video. All right. So you're probably wondering how this is all possible. Well, someone on Reddit tried to watch these videos of Alpha Foxtrots and tried to make a list of every mod that they noticed in the video and, tried to replicate the mod pack in a sense. So I just grabbed that list and I threw literally every mod on that list and slapped it into this pack with my own little minor tweaks and adjustments, throwing in some additional mods that I thought fit the theme. So, yeah, that's kind of what this pack is. So, it's, So I didn't even add that many mods, as you can tell. I only had 4 extra mods that I felt fit the theme. But the thing was, when I was adding the mods, I had specific rules set for me. I didn't want to make the mod pack easier on me, and I was going to try not to make it harder on me. But as you know how part 2 ended, I was killed by one of the mods I put in. So, yeah. So, that backfired on me, but I didn't want to give myself an advantage. I wanted to create a sense of suspense. I knew generally, like, I recognized some titles when throwing the mods into the folder, because I'm certainly familiar with specific mods that are in this pack, but that was the only information I had to go into this run. So I was well ready to abuse the knowledge I did know to compete against the knowledge I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't want to look shit up. That was kind of the point. Now, I didn't live long enough to experience one of the dreaded blood moons on this mod pack, but I knew they were in there. And I have not tested any of the mod pack. I don't even know if it's possible or not. But yeah, that's basically what this pack is. So now that I've explained what the pack is, now it's time to explain what happens now that I've died. Alright, so now that I have failed, what happens now that I've failed the run? Do I just go in again, start over? No. I named this I named this Left Behind for a reason. So I am going to leave behind some advice. Is going to be the whole idea here. So let's explain. So what happens now is my run is done. I'm not attempting this again. I'm not going back into the mod pack. I'm not going to practice or do anything. All right. I still have a plan generally in the back of my head, but I'm not going to do any research or practice or anything about it. I just going to keep it in the back of my head. Maybe let it die down a little or fall into obscurity. And maybe one day I'll try this again, but not yet, in a sense. I have a general idea of what I'm going to try to do. So basically, I just shipped my mod pack to someone else that you all probably know, my friend Greenshell. So as this voiceover is being recorded, I have already shipped the mod pack over to my friend Greenshell, and he has it right now installed and everything. And I basically gave him some rules. I basically told him that he was playing a very unforgiving Minecraft mod pack. I told him to basically I told him that he has to follow basically 3 rules. All right. Rule number 1 is I'm not allowed to help him. I'm not allowed to give him context, and he's not allowed to look shit up or find it himself. All right. He's also not allowed to use the JEI I put in the pack. I honestly probably should have removed it, but it's whatever. I think the reason I put the JEI in the pack in the first place was I was unsure if I wanted to. I was still half unsure if I wanted to, like, if I found a new item, I wanted to look it up in the JEI to figure out what it was used for. But after like recording part 2, I thought to myself, no, that'd be too much knowledge. I'd rather, like, if I don't know it, that's gonna be useless. All right, until something in the game made it obvious. All right. So that was kind of like the gist of that. So I don't know. I really should remove the JEI. But I'll just leave it in just for now because I'm lazy and I don't really want to change the pack from what it is. I don't want to be tempted to add yet more mods that might make this a living hell. So that was rule number 1. Rule number 2 was he must play on a hardcore single-player Minecraft world, and he must customize the world to make it amplified. Because when you are 10 years old, things are much bigger when you were younger, alright? Things appear to be much bigger when you were younger in life. That's kind of the idea behind the amplified world. Also, it kind of makes this thing harder because I can't really navigate easily because everything's a mountain. So, it restricts your ability to run. Anyway, so I also thought it would be cool that for Green Shell to use the same world seed I did. So I basically gave him a screenshot of the Minecraft seed that I used for this, Let's Play. Rule number 3 was to try to avoid reading the mod list as much as possible. Like, the least amount of information you give yourself, the better. Alright? That was the whole point of everything. I needed the large, suspenseful fear of the unknown to be ever so present throughout the entire run. After I gave him those 3 rules, I told him that his objective was to kill the Ender Dragon. And if he were to die, he's supposed to record how long he was on that Minecraft world, so I know how long he survived for, and he was supposed to take a screenshot of his death screen at the moment of his death. So basically, I'm going to be passing on this mod pack from person to person, and all they're going to get is the rules, the objective, a screenshot of the last person on that world before they died, and one last shred of advice from that fallen adventurer. And that's all you're getting before going into this experience. This is the knowledge that was left behind. And this is all you have to tackle this world. And for those curious about the one piece of advice I left Green Shell before going into this, I told him to get a flint and steel as much as possible. It will be obvious. So yeah, this is Minecraft Left Behind. So I don't know how many people I'm gonna how many people are gonna go through this. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep this mod pack to myself for the time being, because I want to see this. I want to keep this linear. I want to see this go from one person to another. I don't know if Green Shell has an idea of who's going to be the next person to attempt this after he does, but the series ends when someone kills the Ender Dragon. That's kind of the point. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a second chance at this, but now that I've explained the context, I do have something I want to say about my tragic death on this mod pack. I died to one of the mods I threw in. All right, you know how I said Alpha Foxtrot threw in a mod that had Herobrine in the title. And he just didn't. And there was a large possibility that Herobrine could be wandering around the world. That mod's still in. That mod is still in this pack, yes. But I also wanted to throw in Israfel into the pack because I knew of a mod that did that. But I've never actually seen Israfel himself. I've spawned him in creative mode with this mod on another mod pack, but I've never actually seen him naturally spawn. So, ironically, I think I just had one of the most exotic deaths I could have ever asked for. For a first attempt. I was bold. Most people who attempted this mod pack never even got a lot of iron. No, most people never even got full iron like I did by part 2. All right, and that's because I play a little too braver. You get the point. I didn't want to cower. All right, I wanted to see. I wanted to believe that it was not as bad as what my mind was portraying it out to be. I wanted to believe so badly. All right. And after I put on that full iron armor, I was so confident that, okay, this is it. I might be the one to pull this off. I'm going to kill the Ender Dragon. I felt so confident that after I left that mine, I was going to go towards that battle tower and I was going to raid it for any loot it had. Like, that's how confident I was. But Israfel had other plans for me. I did not know he could even do that. The man tore down a wall to get to me. I did not know he could do that. This is not, like, Israfel is not a mod I'm completely familiar with either. That was completely news to me. He tore down a full 3x3 wall to get to me. And he two-shot me in full iron. What the hell? I mean, I get he's like an ancient evil, but I did not know, but God, oh my Jesus. He's like the BBEG of Shadow of Israel. He had the strength of a god. What was I supposed to do against that? Well, either way, I could not have asked for a better death. I think I died to one of the rarest mobs in the pack because I've never seen that mob naturally spawn. So I was completely my reaction upon seeing him at the end of this Let's Play was a mix of fear, surprise, excitement, and then, oh God, I'm dead. It was a weird cocktail of emotions, but I was nonetheless impressed. This was a good run. I probably could have taken it much farther if I didn't encounter Israfel, but oh my, I might even survived a few blood moons. Like full iron armor, that was like, that's not something you can easily get in this pack, at least not without a flint and steel. I'm lucky I found that one piece of iron. But yeah, that's the context. That is going to be it for me. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So leave a like, enjoyed, subscribe, come for Alpha Stay, and yeah, I will see you in whatever I do next. Farewell, everyone, and well, before I say goodbye, I don't know if Greenshell has started his attempt on the run, but I did tell him to record it, so I don't know what he's going to do with that footage. He might upload it on his channel. He might send it to me to edit and throw in here. So you know, you might want to stick around on my channel or Greenshell's channel. So I will throw a third additional channel into the description below, so you can check him out. So check out my friend Greenshell. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Whew! What a run.